Well, today Kevin's going to be putting together a metal, two metal earth kits actually. Alicia sent him these, and he just hasn't had time in a while to work on them, so he's going to do these today. We have a Wonder Woman model, and then we have Thor's hammer.
Oh, I wanted you to say that word.
Oh, that?
That's what it's called. Remember in the movie they were going, meh, meh, meh.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know. Mjolnir. So anyway, Thor's hammer and Wonder Woman. Which one are you going to do first?
Probably the Wonder Woman.
We'll take it out of the package. Let's see what it looks like. Does it say like what level it is, like the age, or?
Don't.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if it had like a level like easy to hard or something like that.
Although I found these characters are usually a little easier. They're only one sheet too, so.
I want to see the color. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is what it looks like before he starts, and then I'll show you the finished product. So Kevin, it's been a while. He's still sitting here working on his Middle Earth. He finished the Wonder Woman. I don't know if I'll be able to show you in here or not. I'll probably have to show you somewhere else because it's so very shiny. It's very shiny. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, she's very shiny. I'll probably try to show you on the what is that called? The chest of drawers over there. So, because it's white, you can see better. Anyway, Danny sent me a message on Instagram, and she said you can only choose 2 smells, like your 2 favorite smells.
Right.
And there's 16 of them, so you have to pay attention.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I have
you
to
choose 2 from this list.
I can't choose mine.
You can't choose your own. You know what? That's even better. After you tell me the 2 off this list, you can tell me the ones you would choose on your own. Fresh cut grass, homemade bread, strong coffee, line dried sheets, dark chocolate, garden dirt, campfire, brownies baking, chlorine, a baby. It says baby snuggles, but I'm assuming it means like a baby. Apple pie, banana boat sunscreen, new books, fresh towels, leather boots, and right before it rains.
Fresh boots.
Leather
boots are fresh rain. Okay. I combined those when I was looking at this.
Yes, fresh boots, please. Not after somebody's feet have been in them.
Well, fresh would be like leather boots, you know. The brownies baking is pretty good.
Okay, I
chose
that. Here you go.
You read them all, but then I can't.
I know. One of mine that I told her, I said I would choose. One of mine was baking brownies.
Baking brownies. And probably the apple pie.
Okay, it's funny. Both of yours were food. Mine were both food too. I put homemade bread.
Bread's good. I like bread, but I like the smell of apples and cinnamon too.
When you make that focaccia bread, it's like one of my favorite smells because it makes the whole, and he's done a video on the focaccia bread, but it makes the whole house smell like an Italian restaurant, and it smells incredible and it's delicious. But one of my favorite smells was not on there, and it is a hose, a water hose. I love that vinyl, that fresh, brand new vinyl smell. I love it. Do you have something that wasn't on there?
I'm thinking like pizza, or even better, anything grilled, like barbecue on the grill.
Oh, steak.
Anything grilled, like.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Because we can be out at like anywhere and smell it at restaurants cooking, and we're both like.
Even if you're not hungry, it still smells good. She said I love the smell of bread and brownies baking, but since doing low carb, that would just be torture for me. So I would pick smell before rains and coffee. I thought about that with bread too. I thought even though I would love it, it would torture you because you would just want to eat it. Now I would. Oh, you finished it. I would never choose, one of the ones was Garden Dirt. I would never choose that. And I would never choose a campfire. Even though I like the campfire, if you ever set out around a campfire, yes, it gets to be overwhelming. It's so overwhelming that it's like it penetrates your hair and your clothes. Oh, I just picked that up to move it.
It comes off.
I didn't know that, so fix it so I can.
The rock, and then this just leans on there.
Yeah, I picked it up to move it to show it to you.
It just leans on there. It doesn't attach.
So Alicia, thank you very, very much. Kevin, we'll take a picture of these, and Kevin will put them on his Instagram. Kevin probably hasn't posted a picture on his Instagram in a year.
Since the last time I did one of these.
We will definitely take pictures of these, and then we'll put them in the dining room and add to our collection. Well, you all know that I watch the Real Housewives, a lot of the Real Housewives shows. Some of them I don't, but most of them I do. But I've been watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has been on recently. And so I've been watching that, and it's been the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and New York. So one night one comes on, the next night the other comes on. A couple of episodes ago, especially by the time this vlog comes out, Erica, and I'm going to show you a picture. Erica met someone for lunch, and she was wearing this top, and I thought, why is she wearing her pajama top to this lunch? And so I'm just going to show it to you. So this is the shirt, and to me that looks like a pajama top, and you really can't see it because her hand's covering it up, but right here there's a pocket. And the pocket has this piping on it. This is really, really thick piping. And so that pocket has that piping on it, and it looks just like a pajama shirt. So, jump to either it was the following week or the week after. They were all meeting for a dinner party, and all the girls showed up, and they were all dressed up really, really nice. They were in these beautiful like coat dresses and regular dresses and everything. So then we see Dorit, and Dorit shows up in this outfit. Now that looks like pajamas, mm-hmm. And she actually, do you think so too? I think so too,
just because the pictures on it and stuff.
Yeah, well, in the pocket.
Yeah,
the pocket on the pocket on Erica's look like this too. You just couldn't see it.
Lapels.
Yeah, it looks just like pajamas. And now Erica wore hers with like jeans, but Dorit wore hers with the pants too. So she looked like Hugh Hefner walking up in there. I think this is horrible looking. So, anybody that knows me knows I am a t-shirt, clearly, t-shirt, sweatshirt type of girl. So, I don't know fashion at all, but I would not, there are just some things. I don't care how much they cost. It doesn't make them look good to me just because they're expensive. So, even though that outfit probably cost her $1,500, I think it's awful looking. I would not wear anything out that looked like a pajama top, because it really genuinely looks like she showed up. I thought, are they gonna maybe change into pajamas during this, and she just wore hers from the get-go? No, it was what it was. It was really her outfit. I was just puzzled the whole time, and every time they showed her, I was like, why is this girl in her pajamas? But I mean, there are a lot of things that I see and that are popular that people wear that I would never ever put on. As a matter of fact, I thought at one time, I have a blog, and I thought I could do a blog post on all the things that I would never be caught dead in. But then I decided not to do it because I thought, I would offend a lot of people. I would be like, because I'm sure some of the things that I would never wear, they're very popular, so other people are wearing them. But now Well, I was going to say, usually you don't see people in their pajamas, but if you go to Walmart, you actually do see people in pajama pants quite frequently at Walmart. So maybe that's what these designers are thinking, that people are starting to wear their pajamas out more. But I just personally would never wear this, and I wanted to know what you all thought. If you watched The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, when you saw Erica in her shirt and Dorit in these clothes, did you think the same thing I did? And if you did, would this be something that you would ever wear out in public? I wanted to tell you all this. You need to hear this. On Facebook, one of my friends on Facebook shared a post from the fire department. This is actually from a fire department that said...
And a picture.
It had a picture, yes. And it said, do not leave your hand sanitizer in the car.
In a hot car.
In a hot car. So it showed a picture of the hand sanitizer. It was on the passenger side in the passenger door. And it had like...
It caught on fire. Yeah,
it caught on fire. And I mean, it was that whole door panel was like melted. It looked awful. So I sent it to a friend of mine, and I said, guess where our hand sanitizer is at this exact moment? I said, it's in that spot. It's not on the driver's side, but I've been keeping it on my side. And so it's a shame because it's very convenient to keep in the car. But I always carry one of those Bath and Body Works in my purse with me, and so what I'll do, it's actually almost empty right now, so what I'll do is I'll fill it up with some of this. But I mean, it's a shame you can't keep the bottle in the car, but you can, because just know that it will catch on fire. I'm sure that's what everybody's doing right now, and it's just not safe. Of course, I don't know where that happened. I should have looked. Now I'm curious now. I should have looked to see what fire department that news came out of, because like in places like Texas, you know, it gets over 100 degrees. It doesn't get that hot here. So I'm wondering, you know, what are those guys that used to do that? Adam and Mythbusters. It would be neat if Mythbusters had ever done a show on how hot does the car need to get for the hand sanitizer to catch on fire. That would be interesting to me.
There's a new Mythbusters. I don't know if it still comes on, but well, they tried to make a new
if they've ever done that, then you all are going to have to let us know. But this is the kind that I was telling you. It's the Equate hand sanitizer. It says with aloe, and it has a green tint to it, and the bottle's green. It smells so incredible. I use this on my hands, and then I'm constantly smelling my hands. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm smelling my hands as if I've used lotion or something like that, because it smells so good. So anyway, I've taken it out of the door. I have it laying next to me so that I'll remember, because I'll never remember to take it inside if I don't keep it out of the door. Well, Ashley went to a local store we have in our area. It's called the Parent Teacher Store. And she bought her new theme for her classroom next year. This says, tomorrow is a new day. Be the nice kid. I like both of those quite a bit. This is Hello Sunshine Giant Rainbow.
And then if you look at the back, it shows a complete set of what's in there.
Okay, so do you put something on those water droplets? Is that what that is?
You can put kids' names on them. You can use those water droplets to label cubbies and things like that.
Oh, because they're huge.
You can also just decorate the rainbow with them.
Okay, so you don't know what you're going to do with them yet?
No.
I love this. Did they have a banner, like something like that, to hang up?
Just wait.
Okay.
But it comes with those. So that comes with all those things. See, they're right here. They're big.
Oh, okay. Okay. I love this. This is very, very colorful.
That's just a random thing I bought.
Number of the day. Palms. Oh, those will look good. Are you going to hang those from the ceiling, or are these to put on the board?
Good question. Don't know.
Because they're flat, so I'm assuming you're just going to put them on the wall or something?
Well, or I could put them, I don't know if they're two of each. So I
Oh.
can tape the orange to the orange and label like table 1.
Oh,
or
that's a
stuff
good
like
idea.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I might do.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
also I don't actually.
And that actually, it all matches. The orange in there matches the orange in
so
here.
this is just like a random math set. This stuff all is intended to match. This all was made to match. See, it's all
Oh, well, so that's just a
and see how it
fluke.
says "Hello Sunshine." It
Yeah.
all goes. So here's these that go.
So these you can use for like kids' birthdays and stuff like that.
You could. That's not what I use them for. I use them to label cubbies. I use them to label desks. I use these as name tags on their desk.
Okay. It says game pieces. Crafts, job assignments, notes, memory books.
So this year I put one on their independent work bin. I put one on their 2 on their cubby, one in the top, one at the bottom. I put one on their desk. I use these for everything, and I also use these to label stuff in my class. So it matches.
Like books, stuff like that.
My class library, I don't use it just because I use something that I would be able to keep forever. But I'm trying to think of what I labeled. Like I labeled math materials and stuff with those. last
Okay.
year.
Or like art stuff. Or,
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Just stuff that was visible in the room.
Okay.
Because if I'm gonna do it, I might as
Right.
well. Okay, now I bought a lot of border, but I learned by working at this store, buy a lot and then return what you don't want. Because
Once they sell out, they sell
once
out.
it's out, it's out.
Yeah. So like this is new this year, this theme.
This was
No.
new last year.
Okay, so you
They
think
have
once
not-
they sell out,
They did not put out a lot of new themes this year. They put out a lemon one. There's a pink paisley one, which would be really appropriate for intermediate grades.
I love this.
Isn't that so cute?
I love it.
And then the strippy one.
I think I've seen those before.
I bought this before.
Okay. Yeah, I like this.
And I like this.
And I love those.
I'm thinking I might be able to layer it and do. If I have extra, I could layer it like that. Wouldn't that be cute?
Yes, those are my favorite, but I like these too. These are different. Now, since you're a teacher, do you get a discount?
No.
No. Okay. Well, sometimes you go to stores and you can use like a code or something. and-
That's normally with bigger chain stores. Like Michael's will give me a teacher discount sometimes.
Okay.
If you're in a special or something.
Right.
Like this store where it's small and locally owned.
Do you have a certain amount of money that the school gives you? So, like, will they help pay for this?
No. Well, some schools will give you a purchase order.
Right.
To go shop.
Okay.
Last year, I did not get a purchase order. I did not get a purchase order for the 2019-2020 school year until about 2 weeks ago. And we were allowed to spend it at
wow.
Office Depot. Which was
Okay.
very nice. But, I mean,
You had already spent it all.
I'd already spent all my money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, teachers spend a lot of their own money. And I know somebody's in the comments is going to say, well, this stuff is not necessary. You're right, it's not. But I'm in this room for 179 days of the year. So I've got to be happy looking
you
at
need
it.
to be
And
happy.
so
Yeah.
I don't mind to spend $80 to be happy to be in that room.
Right.
And it makes it more welcoming for the kids.
Oh, I think they're going to
It's
love
more
this
than
stuff.
decoration.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people think, oh, teachers don't need all that. You're right. And when I say that teachers spend a lot of their own money, I mean on books for their class library. I mean on glue sticks and pencils, like basic
Right.
supplies. I had to buy my own staples this year.
Right.
So, when I say that teachers spend a lot of their own money, I'm not talking about this stuff.
Yeah, you're talking about stuff you genuinely need. Right. So we're at Meijer and we're going to get some of this dry ice. I told you up front they have a cooler and you can get these and they're only like $2 and something, I think. But this is how they come. They come in a bag like this and you just grab the bag and we'll have to get them to scan it then. But it's a hot day and we're getting a bunch of stuff that needs to stay frozen. So, so we're gonna get that. So I just wanted to show you though, this is what it looks like and you can safely pick it up like this. I showed you that dry ice. I had said before, like months ago when we first saw that they were selling dry ice, I had told you it was $2.39. What I didn't realize is it's $2.39 a pound. So I got a square that's probably this big. Not much.
About the size of a book. An
Yeah.
8 by, not even 8 by 10.
Yeah, so for that size, it was $9.66. I do have to say, yes, that's expensive, but on a day like today,
Yeah, it's 80-some degrees.
it's very, very hot, and everything we got at Meijer today was frozen or cold. So we needed the dry ice today because we have one more stop we need to make, and now I can be assured. I mean, I bought ice cream and everything, so now I can be pretty assured that it's not going to melt.
Well, if they can put them, they can ship them for 2 days. It dries and it's frozen
Exactly.
still.
So I feel pretty confident to leave it in there. So Aiden sent us a box from Chewy.com, and this is the Fat Cat brand. It says Big Mama's Scratch and Play Ramp. And so it comes with a toy up there, like a butterfly, but it also, it says saves furniture, but it also comes with some organic catnip, which it will be interesting to see how Chapel reacts to this, because Ashley told me that Chapel has never cared for catnip. So she has tried to buy him catnip before, and it just has no effect on him. He's not interested at all. So it says it offers a genuine scratch and sniff experience for your cat. We've included a bag of our famous Zoom Around the Room organic catnip. Here's what you do. Simply sprinkle a pinch onto the ramp surface and lightly rub. Toss Big Mama's scratchy ramp onto the floor and let the scratching begin. No messy cleanup. Daily zooming and nail grooming helps with the following. It keeps claws healthy and well manicured, helps stretch and tone kitty muscles. It's a natural behavior. Cats love to scratch. Our ramp is a great diversionary device to help protect your stuff from cat scratching mass destruction. So Kevin's going to sit down in here on the floor and put that together. Ashley, was it Ashley that, or you said to let him try it before you use the catnip?
She said he doesn't like catnip.
Right. So she had said if I were you, I would see if he likes it before you use the catnip. And then, I mean, we can add the catnip as well, but just because he's never cared about it. And then Aiden also sent...
She actually said he won't fool with catnip.
Yeah, that he doesn't like it. So we'll just have to see. This is, they're called Eeks, and it's the same brand, Fat Cat Eeks. And there are actually 3 toys in here. So we'll open one of these up too. I'll be surprised if he does not come in here while we're in here opening stuff, because he usually gets very, very nosy and wants to see what we're doing. Let's see if I can sit that here for a second.
Got a really sticky dot on the back of this bug. Very sticky.
Okay, so I opened up these toys. So you have this. Wonder if they make any noise. Around the Room, catnip. Oh, it's organic catnip inside. So this has catnip inside of it. I wonder if it makes noise, because it's like really hard. In the event that stuffing becomes exposed or if parts become separated, please remove the toy and its parts from your pets. Pets should be supervised when playing with this toy. So I'm wondering if it makes noise, because they're called Eeks. It's oh, are you ready? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So there's a pink one and there's a brown one and another pink one of these. Okay, go ahead.
Fold the top, fold the back, fold these,
Uh-huh.
fold these, and fold these. And then it's basically, okay, so you fold these in anyway. As you unfold, then you fold them
Then
back.
you fold them back.
And then you fold those together.
You're making your ramp.
Yeah.
Now Chapel needs a skateboard. Chapel! I don't know where he is.
No time.
Chapel! Oh, yeah. I'd say the catnip makes them want to, that goes on the top because I saw it in the picture. It like hangs off the top.
Oh, yeah, there's sort of whole things in there.
Here he comes. I hear him talking. Chapel, come here. He was upstairs. Come here. Look. Look, come here. What is it? What is it? Is that for Chapel? Huh? Here, open one of these and see if he likes it. Is that for Chapel? Oh, he said, what in the world? What is it? What is it? Throw it and see if he'll go get it there. Can you get it, Chapel? Can you get it? So you're supposed to put the catnip like down in those holes and it doesn't come out all over the carpet? Is that how that works?
No,
How do you put it, how are you supposed to put it on there?
I guess you just put it on there. I think it's got a back. Like, it's just a box.
Well, now he's playing with that toy and it has catnip. Yeah. Is that for you?
You're worried to death.
I think you need to put the catnip on there and see what he does.
Well, the bad thing is, they take this very thin Ziploc bag to a piece of tape.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that you can pull that off.
Without, you don't have a knife? You can't slice it with that thing?
I can, I'm just saying. The tape was probably not a good idea on their part.
Yeah, see, I think he likes that catnip. Because he's playing with
He
that.
likes the toy.
Yeah. Is that Chapel's toy? Huh? Is that Chapel's toy? Chapel really is like a puppy in a way because he will get a toy and bring. We have one and we call it the Blue Baby, which I've tried to find one ever since Ashley bought it. I've tried to find a new one because he will bring you that Blue Baby, and Kevin will throw it and then he'll bring it back in his mouth and put it right at Kevin's feet.
Did they put it on and rub it in?
Yeah. Can you just sprinkle? Just can't you take it out and pinch it? Chapel, come sniff this bag. You smell it. No, he didn't like that. Kevin. Ah, Chapel, is he torturing you? This is the light post out front of our house, and my parents had planted ivy here. So for years and years, this was not a job at all. The ivy would grow up.
Tell them how it looked.
That ivy would grow up. It was lush and green and beautiful.
It was all the way out to here.
It was all the way out to here. It was
horrible.
but we never touched it. We never had to trim it, never had to do anything to it. So Ashley decided to create a job for herself, and she and Andrew pulled up all the ivy
While they were on vacation.
while we were on vacation in England last year, and she planted flowers, which I do have to say she did a really good job choosing the flowers because they lived
Forever.
They did. We were shocked that they were around for months and months and months. And so she's gone to Lowe's today.
I know.
You didn't go to Lowe's? Where'd you go?
The Sunshine Grove shop.
Oh, she went
They're
to
the
the.
people who do the flowers at the chicken fillet.
Oh, yeah, I know Sunshine
They're my
Grove
lady.
shop. Yeah, so you're gonna just. And you have to keep in mind, Ashley doesn't like spiders or snakes or
She doesn't
bugs.
like anything that's not human.
So.
And she barely likes those.
So this will be a fun job, and it's hot today too. It is very hot. But now Pat, I just got off the phone with my aunt, and she said it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow.
If you would help it go faster.
You want me to help? What do you want help with?
Do something. Pick up something.
It's hotter than Hades.
You're out here.
I'm out here to film you work. So Ashley made quick work of that. She did a very good job. I told her I like how well these colors go together too.
I just bought a bunch of random stuff.
And I hope they last a while because apparently they cost a fortune. Today is May 28th and Kevin is going to go get his haircut.
I'm gonna try to at least.
So you called the...
I called, just said, "Are you guys open?" He said, "Yep." And I said, How you doing ththings?" He said, "Just wait out front and we'll bring you in."
So how long has it been since you've had a haircut?
March, April.
So turn around, let's see the back. It's not too bad, honestly. It's really not that bad. Yeah. So I'm gonna give Kevin a mask and he's gonna go and we'll see him when he gets back. Kevin got his hair cut. You want to talk about what you had to do?
Literally, you just pull up and there was a couple guys standing up front on the outside there's like a walkway there. So they were standing up front. I just got out of my car and stood in front of my car, leaning against the post basically. And then one guy left and the guy would come out and say, "Next person," and that was it. I didn't wear a mask. He was wearing a mask, but everybody else going in nobody was wearing a mask.
I think it would be very hard for the customers to wear a mask because...
Getting a haircut?
Yeah, you're getting a haircut and you have, just depending on what kind of a mask you have, that's going to interfere with where they can cut. So I can understand why they wouldn't wear one. We are actually headed to HomeGoods. We haven't been in HomeGoods since before Easter, and they were not open. They had their Easter stuff out, but then they never got to sell a lot of it because they had to close. And I know in other states they've been open for several weeks, and for some reason
Depends on the state.
Yeah, depending on the state. Ours is just now opening today. But now you said that they've been open since Tuesday.
Yeah.
Kevin could have gotten a haircut Tuesday, but we didn't know. For some reason, I was thinking today was the day. But I wanted to tell you too, we finished Ozark. So Ozark is on Netflix. There are 3 seasons out, and we pretty much binged it. We made sure that we watched at least an episode, if not 2, every single day. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
It's definitely an adult show.
Yes.
Keep that in mind.
Yes, it's very, it's graphic violence, but yes, it is an adult show. The language, everything is adult. When we first watched it, I didn't even get through the first episode because sometimes you're just not in the mood for stuff, and I have to be in the mood for something. And when I first started watching it, I guess I just wasn't really in the mood for it, and I didn't even make it through the whole first episode. So then, my sister, I've told you all this, my sister's like, you have to watch this. This is an awesome show. And so I'm so glad that we watched it and stuck with it and all that, because it's truly a great show. And Laura Linney and Jason Bateman, all these people, they are just, Jason Bateman, I didn't realize what a great actor he is, but he's so good in this show. And so you just need to watch it. If you don't mind an adult show, if language doesn't bother you, if language bothers you, then you know, forget it.
You basically got all of it. You got language, violence, and nudity.
There's not a lot of nudity.
There's a lot of nudity in the first season. The second and third one's not so much.
I think maybe it's like kind of like Game of Thrones, where they're trying to get you hooked on it, so they put that nudity in there to get you hooked on it. And even though there is nudity, it's not like it's the kind of nudity you want to see anyway. I mean, it's not like it. I didn't think
club.
so. Oh, okay. See, I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah, that was constant.
Okay,
The
okay,
first
I
season,
forgot.
that was all the time.
Okay, we haven't seen that since like the first season. Okay, there's a stripper club, and I forgot. I just forgot about that. Okay, so there is nudity in that part. I just forgot because we haven't seen it. But I was thinking of
Other scenes.
Yes, and it's like you really don't care to see
Yeah, a lot of
that.
times you don't.
Yeah, it's like I would rather not see that ever again.
It's good, and they ended the third season really, really good.
Oh, listen. The very, very last scene of the season finale
It was good.
shocking. So we're at HomeGoods, and this is what the front of the store looks like. They have that plywood up there because a car, just a few days ago, a car ran through their front door.
I wondered why.
Yeah, the guy said, I said, was it on the news? I said, but you know, we don't watch the news. And he said, no, believe it or not. And he said, the police and fire department showed up. He said, but it was not on the news or in the newspaper or anything. So they have plywood over the door because a car ran into it. But there is a man standing at the front. You see he's wearing a mask. They ask that everyone that comes in wear a mask. And then you'll see that there is a line out front. And that is because you have to, they're only allowing so many people.
159.
They're only allowing 159 people in the store at a time. So like I had to wait for probably 10 minutes before I could even go into the store. They had all of their Easter stuff for 75% off, and they haven't been open, like I said, for Easter. So I know that is what I bought a lot of. I will, it will be in a grocery haul. So
I saw a lot of people with furniture, rugs, lamps.
Well, they're having a major clearance right now. So everything in there, I think, is on clearance. But
if you want to go to the other HomeGoods, we can.
No, we don't have to, because it's lunch and I'm sure you're hungry. And who knows, I would probably have to wait through all of it again. So I know you don't want to do that today. But will I probably want to go this weekend? I probably will want to go this weekend. I do have to say it's a gorgeous day if you have to stand outside. They've opened a bakery up right there. On the end, it said bakery and cafe. Huh. If you watch the grocery haul, then you'll see what I bought at HomeGoods, because I'll just go ahead and put it in the grocery haul too, even though none of it's groceries. I didn't buy any food. They had all their like their Easter food. They had all of that on clearance, of course. It was all 75% off, but it's you know, it's after Easter. And so, and honestly, I didn't see a lot. So like, even if we had been able to go for Easter, we've reviewed so many things that they have that I really didn't see a ton anyway of food that I would have gotten. Really, I didn't. But I got like I got a wreath. We've never had a Easter wreath, and I bought one because I mean you couldn't pass up on the deals on this stuff. It was just insane. So even after Easter, normally they don't have the selection yet because they've been open all that time and they've already sold all the good stuff. So now you're getting the really, really good stuff at a discount. But Kevin hasn't even heard what happened. So
I didn't go in. So
Kevin did not go in because it was just easier for him to stay in the car. So I waited in that line. So then I get to the front. Oh, you can go, can't you?
making sure.
I get to the front of the store and I get this lady has worked there for a long time. We usually get this lady every time we go in, and nothing against her age or at all, but she's like 80 years old, and she's a very, very nice person. But they're making them wear masks and gloves, and so she rang all of my stuff up. 2 things did not ring up on 75% off, so she had to get a manager over there because she can't do it herself. So I got the 75% off. I paid in cash, and so I paid cash, and she went to print my receipt, and it asks you on this, it asked me as the customer on this little thing, do you want an email and printed receipt, or do you just want a printed receipt? Well, I just want a printed receipt. I don't want them to email it to me. And so she hit something after that on her end, and somehow on the end of that receipt, it showed like it was some employee's paycheck. She kept calling it like employee paycheck. And so long story short, we had to take every single item that I had bought.
Lord.
We had to take everything I had bought out of the bags, and she had to scan them again, which included the 2 items that didn't ring up for 75% off. So she had to get another manager to come up there and ring them up again because they're not allowed to change the prices. So we went through it again. I had already given her the cash, so nothing exchanged hands. And so once again, we got to the part where I had to hit my end, and then she had to print out the receipt, and I'll be daggone if it didn't happen again. The same thing happened again where for some reason she said it's these gloves, but now the second time she said I made sure that I hit the right button and it still came up. And I said, you know what? I said, you've got your receipt on your end. I said, I don't need a receipt. I've given you the money, and it actually rang up cheaper. It rang up $5 cheaper when she did it the second time. One of the managers came over to make sure that she had rang everything up and she had it. So she actually had to give me $5 back. She owed me $5. So who knows? I saw her ring everything up. So I know I didn't get anything that I wasn't supposed to for free, you know?
Probably in that discount somehow.
Probably. Like it rang up at the right discount the first time and then something didn't ring it. I don't know. But anyway, it was just a whole thing.
I wonder where that was printed on the receipt. You think it was like an employee discount kind of thing?
I don't know, but I said, couldn't you just tear off the bottom?
Yeah.
Nope, can't do that. I have to ring the whole thing up. And I could tell she was visibly aggravated when it happened the second time, because she made certain that she hit the right button on her end and it just didn't work. But I am thrilled to death that I paid with cash and not a debit card, because it just would have
We had to refund the amount to you.
refunded the $5, and so the first time my total came up is like 51 something, and then the next time it came up is 45 something. So yeah, so I got $5 back, and I said, you know what, I said, I don't need a receipt. I'm not going to bring any of this stuff back. It's going up in the attic when we get home, because it's Easter. I didn't even decorate for Easter this year. I did not decorate the house at all for Easter. Didn't get one thing out of the attic. And so this stuff is going up in the attic. Next year, I'll have forgotten that I even bought all this stuff. And I'll get up there and it'll be like, woohoo, new Easter stuff. I have a wreath. Yeah, so I said, I don't need a receipt because I'm not going to bring any of this back. So it's okay. So I just didn't get a receipt. So no big deal.
You
but
paid the cash, so it's not like we have to write it down the checkbook or anything.
Exactly. So I just, it's an
ordeal.
It was an ordeal. It was a circus in there. But I know from going to their Facebook, from visiting their Facebook page, that, and this is the specific store in Lexington, there have been so many people that have missed them being open, that I told that guy at the door when he said a car ran through the front door just 2 days ago. He said they got all this, that was a new door, front door. He said they got all this done in one day, and I said, you would have had a lot of disappointed people if you hadn't have opened up in time. If you hadn't have opened up today, you would have had a lot of disappointed people. But now I looked for the Harry and David Moose Munch coffee. They did not have, they had bags of the loose coffee, but they didn't have very many of those. But they didn't have any of the K-Cap ones. So I'm wanting, I'd say all the good Easter sales, depending on how many days we wait, I'd say all the good stuff will be gone from the other store. But I'm just wondering if they have any of that coffee. I don't know. But I feel like I got some really cute Easter decor. I also got something that's not Easter to give somebody for Christmas. And it was like $5 off. I got a coffee cup for Kevin that will surprise him.
I saw a coffee cup in your buggy, but I couldn't see what it was.
I think he'll like it. It's something that's classic to our childhood, but I don't want to tell him. But it's for him, and so hopefully it's a good size. That's the only thing I'm worried about, is it being big enough. I think it's big enough, because right now he's using a Simpsons cup, and there's a lot of room in the top. If anything, this will make him the perfect cup of coffee, and he won't have all that space in the top. So anyway, if you watch the grocery haul, you'll see that in there. It'll say HomeGoods in the title of it. So anyway, I'm not going to, oh, and there was no way I was going to film in there because I was wearing a mask. And I do have to say that as far as filming in a mask, you all wouldn't be able to hear me talk. It's going to be very, very muffled. I would have to actually pull that away from my mouth in order for you to be able to tell what I'm saying. And there were so many people in there that it's like, it's not even worth it to show you anything. So I am going to end the vlog though here for the week. Maybe next week Kevin and I will do more of the top 10 or top 5 or whatever, as far as movies or whatever we do. And I hope you all have a great week. Bye.